You understand? Bottled frustration. Politicians didn't care because they had the power, they had the military. Most of the time, when you see them put so much money on buying weapons or upgrading their military, upgrading their policemen, they are mostly training them on what they call the crowd control too. But their crowd control is to, use the force of arm when necessary. And most of the time, it is always necessary to protect them with that. So what did people do? Once they found their homes, overwhelmed their security, got in, they dragged them out and they set their properties ablaze. Because according to them, it's stolen money anyway. You didn't work for this money to live in this kind of a house. No, you didn't. You stole the money because of the privilege the country gave you. But what did you give the country back? The middle finger. And the audacity for most of you to feel like nothing will ever happen. Like you're so confident that the number of army or soldiers that are protecting you will be enough to defend you against millions of people if they actually come for you. But the cowards, most of the time, they are always willing to run away from the country. Yeah. The criminal politicians, when they get to power, they do everything to chase everybody out of the country as much as possible. But whenever the chips are down, the first thought in their mind is to run away from the country. The country that you are all powerful, rich, powerful, connected. You are like God. You treated the people so bad that the day they choose to come for you, the first thing that crosses your mind is how to run away from that same place because you want to save your head. So you're no longer ready to die for the country anymore. You are only ready to kill people to protect your loot in the name of protecting the country. Let's go back to Nepal. This is the part you get to see where they grabbed some of their officials. And viewers' discretion is advised. It will be your choice. Nepal. Someone was asking, which country was that? That's Nepal. Google it. So they were everywhere. The airport, the parliament, the governor, the prime minister's official quarters, the prime minister's private quarters, finance ministers, foreign minister, and every other cabinet member that they could find. Others that could easily just run to their neighboring country, I think India, run to India or run, for those who escaped early. But for those who were told that nothing is going to happen, the military will crush them. So their Supreme Court then ruled that the government should unban the social media. And immediately for peace, the same prime minister then announced that, okay, they should unban the social media. Let's come to time like that time of your NSAS. NSAS could have been the time to show the criminals in charge of Nigeria who have now grown bigger, more confident. NSAS time was the time you should have run them out of town. They ran away. Do you know how many of them who escaped from Nigeria? Because they thought this is the hour. The time has come. Because the NSAS stuff was like spreading and spreading and spreading and spreading. It was so massive that they've already prepared how to smuggle Boko Haram out of Nigeria. Tifnubu did France. Baba, he ran away straight up. He didn't bother to go back to Nigeria. Because they all felt like this was it. They were praying. That the northern Nigeria shouldn't join. And luckily for them, the north didn't join because of Boko Haram. Because if they had joined, Boko Haram would probably have become history a long time ago. APC would be dead. There would be no Tifnubu as your president today. But yeah, it got botched. But similar kind of like uprising have happened several times in this same Nepal. The rogue communist party there felt like this is not new. We can deal with it. Their prime minister stayed back to the last minute because he never in his wildest dream imagined that they will actually overpower his own security. They will get caught up and beaten, bloody. How long do you think this one has been in their politics to become the prime minister? How old do you think this man is? Oli. Right? And did you see him in that clip as well? They grabbed him. So he's someone who probably has been in their politics for over 40 years or 50 years. He's also the co-chair of their ruling party in Nepal. He's not just the prime minister, he is also co-chair. He's the head of the country, or head of the government rather. Do you know how long he's probably has been in their government, living large? He grew old in the politics. Do you know how many of such political uprisings, he probably had witnessed. And he thought, well, this is not new. We'll crush them. But they crushed him. They did. Today, not only that he resigned, he was caught by the same protesters who didn't shoot or fire a single gun, a single shot. As the same policemen he ordered to shoot at these protesters were firing and shooting at them, over 80 people sustained different kinds of injury, including gunshot wound. All for what? To protect that rogue, to protect him. But it didn't last. No, it didn't. Same fate befell other members of his cabinet too. Watch this final clip.
Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. I'm losing. Get out! Get out! Now! Get out!
सबैलाई जय नेपाल आज म बोल्छु नेपाली सुन्छ I can talk in English, I can talk in Nepali, whatever the fuck you want. Everyone listen. छातीमा गोली खाएको छु fucking छातीमा यहाँ पनि गोली खाएको छु मेरो चस्मा फुट्यो I get this मैले प्रपर डकुमेन्टेसन बनाएको छु यो मेरो रगत हो नेपालीको रगत हो नेताहरूले बगाएका छन् right we are going to stand together every single one of them are you with me Gen को छन् हात उठाउँदा once more Gen fucking मैले रगत बगाएको छु right यो रगतको आँसु एक दिन तिनीहरू बाँच्नेहरू बुझ्छन् sorry for the language I don't want to fucking curse right now.
They won. Those who have oppressed them for so long, some of them might have escaped, but the ones who are currently responsible for the oppression that these young people have been subjected to, have actually paid the price. They won. When you have a place where you are not allowed the free will to choose your own leaders, elect your own representatives, because they've compromised every institution. And they'll tell you that, well, that is what democracy is. Try again next time. That is not right. That is called if you premise your peace on that, it is called graveyard peace. That's what they have in that contraption. Do not let anybody gaslight you by saying that instead of us to pray for our country, let us pray for peace. We shouldn't pray for anything like this in Nigeria. Those Olori Bruku that says that, right? These are a bunch of what do you call it? Psychosis, schizophrenia, suffering lunatics. I don't even know if that's correct. But you shall know all the big words there, Sha, what I'm trying to drive at. Do not let anybody tell you that demanding for the just society, where everybody is treated equally, right, is a demand for, it is a demand for the breakdown of peace. No, they are comfortable keeping you as slaves as you are mentally, and what have you. Any question outside that is a threat to the peace they've stolen from you and the comfort they've taken from you. So if you demand for extra, they will be uncomfortable. So therefore, they respond with violence. Yeah, they do. So don't feel comfortable with where this Olori Bruku APC Egbekegbes want you to be. No be life, they live for that contraption. I have to remind you. But yeah, you see, it is just going to happen. Something like this is already due to happen. In that contraption, what they have been doing is that they have been kicking the can down the road. You get that now, right? Instead of picking up the trash now and deal with it, what these rogues have been doing is that they are buying time, kicking the can down the road. There's going to be a time that somebody is going to pick up the trash and bin it. It's going to happen. In that contraption, it's just a matter of time, right? So to the youngies, the youngies in Nepal, well done, oh. And I hope that at the end of the day, the normal opportunists that are currently looking in the corner, who are also part and parcel of the corrupt system, but somehow they've managed to pretend to be on the side of the people so that they can position themselves to replace the rogues you have sent away. Because for another revolution to happen like this, that when the government, like what just happened in Nepal, again, may not happen for another 10, 20 years. It simply means that some people are going to actually fill in the gap, the hole created by these rogues that they have chased away. And they will pretend to be on the side of people for a while. And then the whole thing will change again. Everybody's back to square one, looting, stealing, and all that. I am not wishing that on you in Nepal, but I have seen that happen severally, where one set of criminals are chased away, only to be replaced by even more deadlier, more corrupt criminals. I've seen that happen before, and I've seen where people are unable to stage the same level of revolution that can easily replace them. I've seen that too. So I wish you all the best. Now let's go back to Nigeria. Yesterday, right? Canary Dino, okay, was on one of these Arise programs. And they were talking about the contraption, like, where have you been? Canary Dino said, well, I have been getting my law degree because I didn't want Nigeria to happen to me. Because if they knew that I was getting a degree, they might have probably done something to make sure that I never got the degree. I never become a lawyer. Anyway, that's just a preamble. However, talking about the state of the contraption, starting from his own party, PDP, which it's no longer in PDP, he resigned. He's now a member of the coalition for Atifku, and he believes that anyone who is